Good evening. Welcome to Sun 20 TV and the Bay Street Theater for an evening of murder. Well, that's the best Hitchcock I can do. You know, Hitchcock did a great movie, Dial M for Murder. It was a Broadway show many years ago, and now it has been revived, and it's right here at Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor. Now, this version, directed by the famous Tony Award-winning director Walter Bobbie, is a little different, a little more comedic, but still a thriller. And it's all about dialing M for murder.
It's funny to think that a year ago I was sitting in that pub actually planning to murder my wife. And I might have done it if I hadn't seen something that changed my mind.
What was it you saw?
I saw you.
I'm here with the lovely Tracy Mitchell, president, general manager, chef, cook, bottle washer,
chief cook and bottle washer.
everything.
You got it. Whatever needs to be done, we try and do it.
Hey, happy opening night.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it is going to be a great night tonight. I'm very excited for everyone to see this particular presentation of Dial M for Murder.
Yes, it's a new adaptation by Jeffrey Hatcher. So.
Yeah, how about that? Hatcher, murder.
Yeah, right. Boy, did he have the right name for this?
Hacksaw.
Right.
Hack it up. But it's got a lot of twists and turns in this one, and this is why, if you don't come tonight, you should see this for the run of the show.
That's right. This runs now through July 23rd, so you got plenty of time to see it. We also have some added shows this week in particular because it's the holiday week, so we figured a lot more people out here, so added shows.
This is a big night tonight. We're going to talk to Walter Bobbie. How's it been working with him?
Let me tell you, this man is talented beyond belief. There's a reason, he's a Broadway Tony Award-winning director. He did the most recent Chicago on Broadway. At any rate, he's not only an incredible director, but he's a mensch.
Yeah.
And he's our mensch. He's an East End mensch.
Nice.
He lives in Watermill. So it's really lovely to have him here. He was here. He's been to see everything in the past. And last summer, I remember talking to him, standing right where we are now, and saying, "Why aren't you directing a show for us?" And he said, "Well, let me think about that." And think about it. And he and Scott talked. And sure enough, they found something they wanted to do together.
Nice. Dial M for Murder, you probably might be familiar with a Hitchcock movie. It's a comedy thriller. Now, when I watch the Hitchcock movie, it's kind of funny, but Hitchcock not a comedic kind of guy. It's very kind of dry, dark a little bit.
Yeah.
This, I understand, is much different.
Yes, it is a lot different.
Tell Inspector Hubbard about the blackmail note.
Blackmail note?
Yes, show it to the inspector, will you? Oh dear, now I've got my fingerprints on it. I'm sorry.
It is still a thriller. It still will have you on the edge of your seat. If we do things right, you will be on the edge of your seat.
Right.
But there are very comedic moments throughout, and the cast is beyond, and that's due to them.
Second show of the season.
Yes, can you believe
The
we're already...
third show is...
The third one is called Tales from the Gutenberg Bible.
That's right.
Starring
It's
Steve Gutenberg,
That's right.
There's 4 actors, 90 characters.
Wow.
Yeah, it's his story. It's his life story of moving from Massapequa to LA at the age of 17, and then, having this huge movie career, and all the people that he met along the way.
Excellent. All right, that will be the next show after we dial up some murder. And that's why they call it the red carpet.
That's right.
There you go. Join us here at Bay Street. We're live and we're local, the way it should be since 63. Right here, it's Bill Evans at Bay Street Theater, right here on Bay Street for 92.1 LNG.
I had to calm her down, so I pulled her away from the body, which is when the police arrived. That's why she never retrieved the letter.
I'm here with Scott Schwartz, the artistic director. I'm here with Eric Siegel on the board. This is a lot of power right here. I'm a little nervous.
This is a lot of power standing on this spot right now. It's really
I had to
though.
pay extra to be here with him.
Being on the board is a little gift of money, but you also get to decide on the shows, or at least you get to vote on them, right?
I learned one thing a long time ago. I listen to the experts, and I go along with the experts.
That's a good board member.
a really good board member. And in all seriousness, we have a fantastic board that's really supportive of the art we do here.
Well, that's awesome. And these shows you pick out, you pick them out ahead of time. You work to achieve a goal, which is doing more shows. So you want to sell tickets, so you got to pick some shows that are going to draw a crowd.
Well, absolutely, but we also want to pick shows that are of the highest caliber. Artistically, the people working with us, so we bring the best that theater can be here to Sag Harbor.
Have you seen the show yet?
This one, no. Tonight's my first night with this
All
one.
right.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to give something away. It's fantastic.
He's wonderful. Nothing is bad. He's
So
always good.
for all the murder addicts out there, that watch all these murder shows on TV.
It's perfect. It's this amazing thriller. It has all these twists and turns.
She'll change her will. You'll have done it all for nothing.
The cast is unbelievable. They're funny, they're brilliant, they're wonderful to watch. It's a really fun, twisty night in the theater.
Yeah, Ms. Gummer is some legacy talent, I understand.
Oh yeah.
yes. We all know that one.
She's a pretty major legacy. Her mother is Meryl Streep, but she is amazing, Mamie. So we're so lucky to have her here.
Oh, that's
I've
great.
seen her on Broadway, and she is very, very good. She really is.
Very good. On the board here, do you get good seats?
Do I get good seats?
I hope so.
I hope that it's sold out, that they don't have a seat for me. How's that?
That would even be,
That'd be
they're
even
spoken
better.
like a good board member, somebody with some experience. You're a wise man there.
Thank you very much. I
Very
appreciate
good.
it.
Tracy told us there are about 3 seats left, so
Oh yeah, we're really full tonight, and actually, Dial M is selling really well. I mean, it's a popular ticket, so folks should get their tickets now.
the show itself, most people will remember it from Hitchcock, but it's got some kind of revised or new written in twists into it, or a new little more humor.
Absolutely.
I was a writer.
Oh, would I have read anything you'd written?
Not unless you had a job rejecting manuscripts.
It's adapted by a wonderful contemporary playwright named Jeffrey Hatcher, and he's taken the original script by Frederick Knot, and he's cut it a little bit, made it funnier, and made it feel a little more contemporary. I don't want to give anything away, but I think the audience will come and really feel like, wow, this feels like a new show.
They're going to hang me tomorrow and no one will help. And that is when I noticed the door was unlocked.
Yeah, if you've never seen Dial M for Murder, a husband finds out that he thinks his wife is cheating on him. And so he sets out
That's
to...
a very rare occasion.
He sets out to murder her, and boy, that's when the wheels come off the wheel.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a plot which is not unusual, but the performances are. And the twists make it
I understand
very
the
special.
set direction, the set and everything is unbelievable.
It's a stunning set. Anna Luisos, who's done many sets for us, including Evita and Ragtime last summer, designed the set for this. She's also a major Broadway set designer.
Thank you, gentlemen.
No, it's our
Thank you
pleasure.
for bringing us a great
And
show.
remind the people, there's more to come this summer.
Right.
Much more to come. Right?
Well, Bay Street's such a jewel here. You get Broadway shows out here in the country. It is nice.
It's very
Absolutely.
special.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Congratulations. It doesn't get much bigger than this to be able to be with Broadway director Walter Bobbie, who is here, and he's won Tony Award, Drama Desk, Outer Critic Awards, Best Director for the international version of Chicago. You've done so much. And you know what I have been watching lately that I saw that you were the artistic director of was City Center's Encores.
Yes, I was the artistic director there for several years. In fact, Chicago started at Encores and was such a success we moved it to Broadway, and now we've been all over the world and running on Broadway for over 25 years.
Well, congratulations on all your achievements. You read all of that and you would say, well, God, the guy's about done it all. But you still have a lot left in the tank.
I've just loved it so much. I've been in show business right after I got married. I was in the original cast of Grease on Broadway as an actor in 1972. I have had such a wonderful ride in the theater as both an actor, an artistic director, a director, a writer sometimes. And I've worked with remarkable people. It's been beyond my wildest dreams. The people I find myself in company, it's just been thrilling.
I understand the cast that you work with, everybody's raving about.
Oh yes. Well, I've worked with several of them. I've never worked with Reg Rogers. Mamie and I have worked together before. Max and I I acted with Max. We were both in a revival of St. Joan on Broadway. Eric has been in our production of Chicago several times. Rosa is new to me. She auditioned and I loved her, and so we hired her. And Reg, I've just been a big fan of forever. The guy
Right.
shows up on stage and I'm tickled immediately. He's just a total.
There you go. How do you like this version of Dial M from has been rewritten?
Well, I wasn't looking for anything to do. I've worked with Jeffrey Hatchett before as well, but I read the script and I thought, this is such a witty reinvention of this classic story. And Scott asked me if I wanted to do it, and I immediately said yes. I think he's done something smart. It's the same story, but he's done something that makes it feel contemporary and fresh.
Very good. I didn't know you were out here most of the time now on the East End.
Yes, I've had a house out here since the early 90s, since '92, and I've been here. But we live here permanently now the last several years, ever since COVID. And we have a place in the city if I need you, but we're living out here these days.
Right.
And loving it.
Anything next on your agenda? What you got going on?
Well, truthfully, I can't wait to get back in my studio. I've been painting a lot in the past 3 years.
Oh, excellent.
I've had a couple things. I have a show at Julie Key's gallery here. So I will read things and I'll see what happens next. But I'm sort of very happy with my quieter life out here.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the next thing is. But while I'm waiting, I'm back in the studio painting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to that. We have Julie on all often.
Oh, Julie's a doll.
We would we'll go over there and
Yeah, she gave me my first show last year.
very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
But
awesome.
yeah, and I did a mini-series as an actor a couple years ago, Dope Sick, which was fun to do about the Sackler brothers. I played one of the Sacklers. So I have I float between directing and
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, what is to the old adage, directors want to be actors, actors want to be directors? It sounds like you're good at both.
Well, I've had the
Do you prefer
opportunity-
one over the other?
No, I like being in the room with talented people, and I think that that's been my privilege in show business, that every time I'm in the room, I'm just impressed, stunned, exhilarated by the people I get to collaborate with. It's been, the last show I did on Broadway was with Edie Brickell and Steve Martin. To spend years in a room developing a show. It was called Bright Star. But talent at that level is something you dream of when you're a young kid wanting to get in show business.
Sure. Yeah. We knew Ms. Brickell in Dallas, Texas.
I think she's going to come.
Yeah,
I think
good.
She and Paul are going to come in a couple of days.
Yeah, we watched her launch her career with the band in Dallas, down in Deep Ellum. She performed.
She calls me Bubba.
Exactly. That's great. That is awesome. Well, this has been a real kick for us to get to talk to you. Congratulations and happy opening night.
Thank you so much.
Yes, really. It's been a real kick.